Holyoke police are issuing a warning about an exceptionally potent batch of heroin in the city, one that caused 9 overdoses in just 16 hours. Thanks for joining us, everyone. On this Monday, I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Beth Ward. Though the overdoses happened on Friday, police are still warning the community to avoid any heroin packet stamped with the word power. Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo joins us in the studio with the latest on that. Audrey?
Beth, Chris, I spoke with the EMS company that services Holyoke about what they witnessed Friday night. They tell me it was just an extremely concentrated version of what they see every day.
It becomes part of the daily routine. Utilization of Narcan.
Action Ambulance's VP of Operations, Rock Tebow, says it's not unusual for his crews to respond to 2 to 5 heroin overdoses a day in Holyoke. But on Friday night, he says those stats skewed much higher.
9 in 16 hours is extreme.
9 overdoses in less than a day. And quickly, first responders noticed a pattern. Seen here in this picture, Western Mass News obtained from police, the heroin packets were stamped with the word power. Tebow says it did just that to its victims, overpowering them to the point of overdose, with one victim dying as a result.
Had you seen these power baggies before?
I haven't, no, and from what I understood, none of my crews that I spoke to had seen these baggies until that day.
He says that specific power marking will likely change, and by any other name could prove just as deadly.
Typically, they change week to week, where you see new names and new strains and new levels of potency. Holyoke, unfortunately, has a high occurrence of heroin overdoses.
After being told that heroin packets are turning up in public places, Western Mass News went to the public library and found empty packets scattered along the steps like fallen leaves. It only took a few minutes to find one of them stamped with the deadly power lettering. And we alerted Holyoke police about what we found. Though police don't usually share markings stamped on drug packaging, Tebow believes that could change going forward.
And that's going to be one of the things we see is the police and public safety as a whole alerting people when these type of situations occur to prevent any more deaths. I think it's going to.
This situation comes as state health officials release new numbers showing opioid-related overdose deaths have fallen 6%, and that's comparing the first 9 months of 2019 to the first 9 months of 2018. And just today, law enforcement announced 16 people were arrested in Holyoke for heroin charges stemming from an October bust. Reporting in the studio, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.